Welcome everybody coming in. How you doing, Lucky? Emojis, what's going on? Angel. Welcome everybody to Pour It On with Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pour It On is a show where artist experience doesn't matter. All you need is your will to learn, paint, create, and have fun. On Pour It On, you'll follow along with myself with the pouring techniques that I've selected for this week's show. Iconic painter Bob Ross said, "We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents." So let's pour it on and see what we can create. I'm your host, Juancho, and this is this week's canvas. If you guys were here last week, we did the pour to this piece. We did a nice swipe, and the colors that we used were green, gold, white, and black. Boston Celtics, shout out to Meaty for the selection. Also, shout out to the real Angel for the Miami Dolphins piece. We did get that shipped out to you this morning, Angel. So you should be getting that sometime this week. But like I said, here's our canvas. I got a little bit of paint already mixed up right here, y'all. And then I'm gonna have to mix a couple of other colors as the show goes on. But I'm gonna start off. This is the logo here in the middle. I have my green mixed up right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with that first since we already have that mixed up. And I'm gonna get around these letters and get that border. And I'm gonna probably have to do more than one coat, y'all, so bear with me. Sometimes we're able to get in the first coat, but not all the time. So we are gonna try our best, but it's more than likely gonna be a second coat. So we'll get our initial coat down, and then once it dries, we'll come back with our second coat. As you can see, the black background is showing through. We don't want that to show through, so we're gonna go ahead and hope everybody having a good Saturday. It's been a busy week, so I ain't really been able to be on like that, but we got a lot accomplished, so anybody got any exciting plans going on this weekend? Any plans for the holidays, going to visit family or anything like that? Yep, we visiting fam. We visiting fam. So Barbecue ribs and relaxation. Okay, football Sunday. Yup, that it is this week. Football Sunday. Football Sunday. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I had a Sunday where I just watched football and chill. We always on the go. All right. We're just working on the border, y'all, for the logo. There's like a ring that has Boston Celtics um, written in it. So I'm trying to get all the green for that before we come back with the white. Well, like I said, we're probably gonna have to put a couple of coats on this just because of the type of paper it is, and I want that green to really pop. Um, Trying to be as careful as I can going in between these letters, so I don't have to come back and go over anything. But if I have to, it's no biggie. It's nothing a couple of layers of paint can't cover. I don't know if we got any other Celtics fans out here, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. I do want to reiterate this piece is in for sale is already spoken for. Someone actually requested this, so. But if you want a custom of your own, make sure you hit me on Instagram. Either myself or Gin and Juice, and tell us what it is that you're looking for and get you right. Appreciate the love too, by the way, y'all. Yeah, this green is definitely going to be a couple of coats, I can tell. We don't get it though. We don't get it right. If you guys are just tuning in, this is Poured On with Juancho. You can catch us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just started the show, and I'm just painting the border to this Celtics logo. Just carefully working my way around these areas. And some of these spots I'll have to come back with a detail brush just to clean them up. But for the most part, we should be good. If you guys have any questions, make sure you save those for the end, y'all. It's a little hard to catch every comment in the stream as I'm explaining what it is that I'm doing. So make sure you save those questions for the end. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Feel free to geek out in the comments with everybody. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use one of my detail brushes and try to get in between that area right there. How you doing, Queen? Welcome everybody tapping in. And per usual, we're gonna do as much as we can within the confines of this hour. These the gap between the letters and the ring, it's not that wide of an area, so it's imperative that I use this detail brush. It's got a fine tip on the bristles, so I can get those smaller spots. I'm actually going to kind of just go around this C one good time, and I could just fill in the area with my larger brush. Since I got my detail brush, I'm gonna go ahead and outline this too. Okay. Gonna go ahead. You guys are just tuning in. This is Poured on Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is part 2 of the piece that we started last week. Last week we did a knife swipe. There was a bowl in the center of this canvas, which is that spot is now covered with my black logo that we are now painting in. And it is now covered with the logo. Wow. The hate be real. Welcome back, y'all. Sorry about that. Not sure what happened. The stream just ended on its own, but we are back. Yeah. Whoever is being petty in my life, get a life. Sorry about that, y'all. Phone call. Well, I just took the cell out of my stream. If you're just tuning in, we're working on the Boston Celtics piece. The first part of it was a paint pour, which we did last week, and this is part 2 of the show, where we're adding the logo. And right now, I'm just going around my border here. I'm trying to get all the letters outlined so I don't have to worry about whether or not our paint is covering. Okay. I want to make sure we get it all covering. And I will probably have to do a second coat, as I stated earlier, before the stream ended, y'all, just because of the material that I'm painting on. It sucks up the pigment to the paint, and so sometimes you gotta do like 2 or 3 coats before it'll actually hold. And I'm currently using a detail brush so that I can get those nice clean lines. Try to get some nice clean lines. There we go. Once we get the lines, then we'll come back and fill in the rest of the green as needed. You guys are just tuning in. This is Poured on Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're currently working on the Boston Celtics piece. We're doing the trim right now, which is that Celtic green color. It's a ring. And once we get that done, then we'll start working on our details and other areas. But right now, just trying to get these letters outlined, and then we'll move on to the next part. As I stated, the green I pre-mixed just because I wanted to get the right color. Thank you to everybody that came back. The show must go on. For those that you thought the show was over, shame on you. No, I'm just playing. Just joking. Just joking. We still here. We still here. Let's see. And my neighbors want to just bang on the wall every time I'm doing pour it on. I don't understand it. They're just banging on the wall just cause. They're just banging on the wall just cause now. KK, how you doing? Welcome everybody else that's just tuning in. And if you weren't here last week and you want to see the beginning of this painting, all you have to do is go ahead and click on my bio, subscribe to the YouTube, and you can watch the previous episode and all my other episodes for the show. And you can see some of the other pieces that we've done on the show. Some of them I still have. Um, Quite a few of them I've sold. So appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, y'all. All right, I think. Let me get this edge right here while we here. I don't have to come back and do it. Let's see this one over here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys are just tuning in, this is Poured on with Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're working on the Boston Celtics peaks today, y'all. This is part 2 of the episode. Last week we did a knife swipe, which is the background that you see behind this black piece. And now we're adding the logo. It says Boston Celtics. If you're not familiar with who they are, that is a basketball team from the Eastern Conference. And I'm still deciding, y'all. There's a art showcase December 16th. I'm still deciding whether or not we're gonna see what that's hitting for or not. I've never done one. I got invited, so might be a good look. Might be a good look. And if we go, I'll definitely try to stream it if possible. No guarantees. I don't know what the service is going to be looking like out there, but we'll try. Appreciate the faves and the love, y'all. We're not gonna just stop at canvases. We're gonna do some other stuff. I know I've been talking about it for a while, and we're working on it, just trying to get some things ironed out with that. Because I want to do some clothes on here as well.
Also, I don't know what y'all got going on for the month of December. But if anybody's interested in doing any of the holiday stuff that we have going on, send me a message. If you want to be on the show, I'm not going to tell y'all on here what it is, but if you're going to be a guest, I will tell you because you're going to need to know and you're going to want to get the supplies. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Again, if you guys have any questions about today's show or a previous show or being on the show, um, try to save those to the end as I'm explaining what it is that I'm doing and I can't catch all the comments. I'm not ignoring you or anything like that. This is a featured show. Get around that later, so that's gonna be an issue. All right. You can see the border starting to come to life. Get you on up out here. Make sure you can't come back. Welcome, welcome. You gotta excuse me for some reason. People want to keep reporting my page, making my stuff in. What's going on, King? Welcome, welcome, everybody. We only got 15 minutes of the show, y'all. And I apologize that it keeps on ending like that. It's not my intention. You couldn't even get in. Yeah, Tag keep kicking me out or kicking me off live, or someone's reporting me one. Um, yep. But this is what we got so far, y'all. We're trying to finish up this border. We probably would have finished the border and then some if it wasn't for the constant interruption with the live. So I do apologize. But we're gonna try to get as much as we can done in the next 15 minutes. Okay. much as we can in the next 15 minutes, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate the love too. Right now, the green is a little bit darker than I want, like I was stating before. We're gonna do another coat once it dries. Then the paint will have something else to adhere to as opposed to just this uh, black background, which actually is soaking up a lot of the paint. It's actually soaking up a lot of the paint, so that's why you have the darker areas. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I've been using my detail brush a lot today because it makes it a lot easier to just fill in once I get the border, and I can control the brush a lot easier. And I can control the brush a lot easier. Uh, all right, and we just okay. Saying I got a steady hand, but it is hard to get these lines crisp. I'm gonna tell you, I don't feel like my hand's that steady. I feel like I be shaking. I ain't get none of the top areas on this side. Oh, gotta get this one right here. Let's see how we looking on time. We got 8 minutes, y'all. We got 8 minutes. If y'all just tuning in, this is Portal on Juancho. You can catch us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we're just doing the continuations from last week's show, y'all. We did the pour technique, which is on the colors green, gold, black, and white. Um, In the center, we have the Celtics logo, which I'm starting to paint. And as you can see, it's starting to bring itself to life as we get the green going around the border. There's really no need for the Q&A part where I usually do a part of the show because we already kind of explained that the colors are for for Boston Celtics. But feel free at this time. I'm gonna go ahead and open the floor if anybody has any questions about what you see today or something that you might have seen on a previous episode. Feel free to ask your questions and I'll answer them the best I can. I have to play a little ditty here in a little bit. Where do you order your paints from? I usually go to Michael's, but I do order some stuff off of Amazon. Um, this is actually a really good brand that I like to use, Nick Pro. They got good acrylic pouring paints, um, and you can get it in the kit. Like they have usually come with like 3 metallics and then like 8 regular colors. And then they got different kit sizes, so you can get the bigger bottles, you can get the smaller bottles. Like, let me see here. Oh no, that's not one. This is Artist Loft. This is what I got from Michaels, but you can get pre-made. You can make it yourself, um, and all it is acrylic paint and a pouring medium. Okay, this is acrylic paint and a pouring medium, y'all. I use Floetrol. You can buy pouring mediums that are specific for pour paint, but I feel like the Floetrol you get better sales, and it has a better reaction to the paint. The cells just look better, look cleaner. And then you can do things like add alcohol to your pour. That'll help develop smaller cells. You can also use a torch or a heat gun. That'll help develop the cells faster. Sometimes people use the torch or the heat gun before they start shifting the paint around the canvas. It just depends on what type of look you're looking for, what kind of textures you're looking for. Um, but I love doing all the techniques. They're all good techniques. I feel like um, it's just a matter of what it is that you're looking for. Any other questions? Anybody else got a question? I think we got a couple more minutes, y'all, before our purple bubble goes away. Yo, shout out to everybody that came back 2 and 3 times. I appreciate y'all for real. You don't want us to be great on here, but that's okay. We used to the hate. What are we painting? This is a Boston Celtics piece. And right now I'm finishing up the border before I add in our other colors, our white. And I do a little bit of like a orangish brown for our basketball, and then obviously black for the outlines. And I know the paper part of it is already black, but I want it to be black. So this is like a faded black or a matte black. Any more questions, y'all? We got a couple more minutes here to ask questions, and then we're gonna play a ditty. If not, we're gonna go ahead and play our ditty, and then y'all can box up or whatever for the after hours.